Okay, this is the front porch. Actually, portico, maybe. Is that what we got going here? We do. Alright. This electric sconce on the north side of the front portico. Alright, see how it's broken? You can see the electrical wires in there. You think water can get in there? I do. These are called core holes. See how it's all open like that? You think water can get in there? I do. That's what I think. Now, along the foundation perimeter, we have weep holes. That's good because brick is a good building material. This home could burn down. Alright? This home could burn down. You can still use the bricks. So, it's a very good insulator, both for sound and energy. But it is porous. We know that. We know it's porous. If water hits this, it'll go through the brick and the mortar. That's why we have the weep holes. That's why we have those weep holes. They're supposed to be there. It's by design. Most of the time, you're only going to see vapor come out of there. Most of the time, that's all you see. But, you know, if you have an event, I've seen a couple. I hope you don't, but should you experience an event, water will come out of those weep holes. We're supposed to have those around the foundation perimeter, and we're also supposed to have them above any fenestration. That's, you know, French for hole in your wall, doors and windows, and any fenestration that has, because see, it's supporting brick. Anyone that has brick over it has a lintel, or should have a lintel, and we should have weep holes over the front door, and we don't. The doorbell button should have been sealed to help water from getting in there, and same thing around all the luminaries. All the sconces around the wall should be sealed to help prevent moisture from getting in there. The electric receptacle outlets, okay, these are all GFCI protected. They should have in-use covers, okay, like a bubble cover or a helmet. As it is, you can close that and it's weather tight. But if you got Christmas lights or something going on, you open that up, you plug it in, and then it's no longer watertight. So it's not an in-use cover. It should have an in-use cover. More electric, you know, you think water can get in there? I do. Trees. I know it's a little decorative tree, ornamental tree, but you know, trees should not be closer than 25 feet to the structure to give room for root development and growth, and the branches are going to also cause you some grief. I understand these are nice little kittens right now. These kittens are going to grow up to be nasty old tomcats. Over here, we kind of do this there too. We got a little bit of high soil. A little bit of high soil over here too. You know what this is? This is wood mulch next to the house. Where do termites live? In the ground? What do they eat? Dead wood? What's wood mulch? Dead wood laying on the ground next to your house? Huh. Okay. Now, rain gutters are not supposed to discharge directly onto the roof covering. Alright? And then rain gutter butt ends are not supposed to be closer to the edge of the structure than 2 inches. And after it's shifted over those 2 inches, then there should be kick-out flashing right there. Just saying, that's the way they should have installed it. They also should have installed the drip edge, the underlayment over the drip edge, and the drip edge over the back of the rain gutters, and they didn't do that either, if you remember the other video. What else are we going over here while we're picking on the roofer? That's about it for now. But I'm going to keep looking. In fact, I got one saved for you. We got to get to the other side. Coming on along, this is the southwest bedroom. Facing west, we got some stair-step cracks between the cut stone and mortar. A little farther out, high soil again, or high mulch, take your pick. See these corners? Some people call them corner pops. They're shrinkage cracks, but call it what you will. What happens is that the cement's always drying and shrinking, the brick's always growing. You'll never be able to measure those. But the properties of the brick and the cement, they expand and contract, you know, as they're influenced by moisture and humidity and temperature. And so they have different values, and they go back and forth. And The stress always shows up on the corners. That's not a foundation problem. That's not a foundation problem. Now, it might be a brick problem if it falls out, because that's what's holding up your brick around the edge, but it's not a foundation problem. And it's a termite problem. And those termites can crawl up inside of those cracks, unseen, undetected, unknown. So that's going to make the termite report, like the wood mulch will. Rain gutters supposed to discharge water away from the house. These don't quite do it. In fact, we've got level or negative drainage along here. Let's just call it level. It's these supports. Moving on along. Now we're on the south side of the structure. This is the condensing unit that has R22. No longer manufactured in the United States. No longer produced in the United States. Yes, they have R22, and yes, in stockpiles, and yes, it is expensive. And they have drop-ins, alternative R22. And it's even less efficient. This is a 13 series. The one on the other side is a 14 series, but the new ones are. So you got a less efficient system. You're going to put a product that's like 30% less in that nobody wants to follow. If you let somebody talk you into putting a drop-in in, you might as well put him on payroll. This system, just about every technician that comes and talks to you about this condensing unit is going to convince you, try to convince you, rightfully so, it's time to think about updating. Yay! Get some clean outs. This faucet was a booger bear to turn off. He was a booger bear to turn off, but I finally got him turned off. I had to crank that sucker down. I'm going to say that he leaks. Coming on along, this is a shorter one. I'll show you a full one on the side of the garage. We're getting there. Okay, that's called a control joint. Some people call them expansion joints. Call it what you will. But when you got this much brick, it's going to move. It's like the lines in the street. The idea is to control the cracking so that it's in this one centralized area. These things are supposed to be sealed. These are not weep holes. These are not weep holes. They're not there to allow water into the structure. That's not what they're for. So these guys should have been sealed with a mastic sealer, and then you come back and you check the mastic sealer, every year or so. The same thing with all your plumbing boots up here. Jackets. All these vent pipes, right? Where are we? Right there. Okay. That mastic sealer, it's going to need to be checked. We don't know a better way to do it, so we did it that way. Going on along. Very little signs. It's going to be interesting to see how this home measures. Again, the water's just not diverting water far enough away. It's a little outlet box. This junction box. Okay, I believe this power is going out there to that portable shed. Portable sheds are beyond the scope of this inspection. The conduit's loose on it. Conduit's loose on it. I'm gonna go look in there. I don't know if I can. There's some electrical or something. Moving on along. More of those shrinkage cracks. Corner pops. Oh! Now, this is interesting. See those 3 boxes up there? Not the vent that's in between them. Those 3 boxes, those are exhaust vents. Now, you see how that ridge, hillbilly home inspection, you see how the ridge sticks up like that? That's called a ridge vent. So the air is going to come in these boxes and out that ridge vent. That causes a short circuit. And the rest of the attic is not going to be ventilated. Hang on, somebody wants to talk to me. Oh, it's slow to the gun on that one. Slow to the gun on that one. So, that's improper venting. That's improper venting. This attic's going to be hot because the air is going to circulate right up there. It's not going to circulate down here. Which, by the way, speaking of circulation, we've got continuous soffit vents. And just in case I forget it, most of these windows have been replaced. But these picture windows have not been replaced. And this one on the north side of the patio door, you can see that right there? The vacuum seal is gone on it. So the vacuum seal is broken on this one. And there's another one over here. I have to get inside. I don't think That scratch or torn. Something's going on though.